Okay, so hello viewers. Now I'm welcoming you to the producer extraordinaire. If you don't know, he's the one who is behind most of your favorite worship songs. And I like one thing I admire about him is his calmness and humility, and he knows a lot about his craft. You probably haven't given him the project to show his maximum potentials yet, so I guess you should work with him more and you get to know what he's capable of.
Thank you.
Okay, so the first question I would want to ask you is your name and your background. Like, who taught you how to produce? Um, who is the one who sparked that thing in you to
Yeah.
start producing?
Okay, so my name is Jonas Ahedor. I guess now everybody knows that I am Aeon Music. Yeah, founder of Aeon Music, whatever you want to call it. But yes, I really want to give so much thanks to Kyei Mensah. He's the founder of Makaros Music, and I really respect that man so much. He gave me the opportunity to actually harness this gift because, I mean, I loved music and I loved production, but I had no idea about it. And I didn't even think I wanted to do production. Yeah, I just saw myself playing keyboard and, making music one day.
So, what sparked it for you to take it to another level?
Yeah, so I was actually supposed to go and pick up an album he was working on for Pastor Sisi Bedu. Yes, and then the deadline was like the next day. So I had to stay over and make sure I had everything before leaving. And then he had to do something, and then I think it was a vocal pitching thing that he was doing, vocal correction. And he asked me to do it. Just like he said I should run through it and see if there are any lapses that I could correct or anything. So he left me for just about 30 minutes.
Oh.
And when he came back, his remarks was like, "Are you sure you don't do this already?" I was like, no, I don't have an idea. I just played with FL when I was in JHS, and that's the experience I've had.
Oh, so you started with FL.
Yeah,
FL gang.
that's done a lot for us,
Nice. But you mentioned Pastor Sisi Bedu. Like, how does he come in? I've been seeing you working with him.
Yes.
Who is he to you?
Yes. So Pastor Sisi Bedu is my father, not biological father, but he's my spiritual father, and I love him so much. I thank him for the opportunity. If it wasn't his project,
Wow.
I wouldn't have met Matheson.
That's
Yeah.
one thing that I think a lot of producers need to have mentors.
Yeah.
Right now, everybody is a lone ranger.
Yeah.
You can't know everything just in a flash. You need to have someone who will help you to work on a project that will propel you to another level. God uses other people to push us,
Yeah.
We don't produce for angels, we produce for human beings.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you that you did a song for Kyei Mensah,
Right.
called Nothing Is Too Hard For You, featuring Niiella.
Yeah.
And just recently I realized one person sang them. I thought the BVs, to be honest. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this. Maybe there's an NDA to it. Maybe Kyei Mensah will kill me. But I have to say this. I saw that the BVs, they were actually sung by an engineer. I just got to find out that he's like a one-man band. He's called Nick Jonas. Hey,
Nicholas Anang Jr.
Nicholas Ahedor Jr.,
Yeah.
aka Nick Records.
Nick Records.
Yeah, so I just realized he sang the BVs to Nothing Is Too Hard For
Yes. I think he did a coupled with Grace Charles.
You. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
I may be right or wrong. Now I can't even tell the difference in their vocals.
So I can't even tell. Even if you tell me the people in the video are the ones who actually sang it, I'll
You
believe.
just believe it.
Because the diction was so good. It's the diction for me, to be
Right.
honest. And I wanted to ask you how it came about. When did you start producing the song?
So we started the song like mid-year or the ending part of the year last year.
Okay.
Hey, wait. I think we have to pause.
I don't mind about the actual dates though.
I really don't
But
remember.
one thing I wanted to find out was, people ask how production is done. How do you produce? Like, how does the artist convey the idea to you? So you can even show us how you got the first idea. And
Okay, so working with Kyei Mensah, one of the things that I think I've produced 3 songs for him so far, and then it all starts from a voice note.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
A voice note, a basic idea, and Kyei Mensah he is great on his craft. So he makes the work a little easier because he already has a pre-arranged thing for the music, but he gives you the freedom to change anything you want to change. But he has a primary arrangement.
So do you think producers work better with people who are like musically inclined, like they can play one instrument, or
definitely,
or they have an instrumentalist?
Definitely, it will be faster.
Exactly.
Definitely, it will be faster. Because some people, all they have is lyrics.
Exactly. And so lyrics without timing, without a key. I mean, how can we impress you? It was in your head. We can execute the same thing a million ways. So you give us like one direction you want us
exactly
to take it to. So the direction is what he's about to show them here. So
okay, so for this particular project, right here, I mean, so he sent the guide. Yeah, and walk. So it was just blind see. It was basically the arrangement of the song he had in mind. So the first thing I did was to cut it into sections. So I have the intro, verse twice, the chorus, intro, verse again, and all of that. So after, and then I wanted to get the song moving. So I need rhythm.
Okay.
So I was looking for something that could like bring the vibe of the song, you know. And then I also asked him how, like, the picture or the idea he had for his video.
Yeah.
And then he gave me a clue about it. And so I felt that this song...
Like, you mean the video, like the motion picture, or what?
Oh no, just a description.
Oh, all right.
Like, what would be the video setting, or what's the idea you have for the video, final video? And it was like, oh, it will just be a listening session where you have 2 or 3 few people in a room with warm lights. Then I was like, okay, then I think I should go very acoustic on this production.
Right.
Yes, so that informed my choices. So I had a loop going on, just a few shakers here and there, you know, few snaps, tambourines. Yeah, as the song was building up, I increased them. And then, yeah, I came to this. I don't know whether we should call it a cajon or they say cajon, but it's a Caribbean instrument that I love so much. Yeah, it's just like a box that they sit on and, you know, play.
For you?
Yeah, it's just a box they sit on,
like
they play.
Maybe drum in the Akan people use.
Or you can call it like what the Ghanaian will call a gome.
All right.
But that's not it. It's
Let's hear what he's doing. Like,
oh, it's basically.
Oh, okay. This was it.
So in addition with the loop.
We already have our groove.
Yeah, it just keeps you moving like that. Yeah. So that's where I started from. Then I think I laid down the EPs.
All right.
Yeah, based on the way he was singing, and then it was a little difficult. You know, this thing about simple songs.
Yeah.
You want to make it beautiful, but you want to keep it simple.
That's like a very serious balancing you have to do.
I'm telling you, it's not easy. So I have to ask myself, which instrument is leading? Over here, it was very difficult because Kyei Mensah, knowing him, likes his music to be led by acoustic guitars.
Oh, okay.
But the acoustic guitars couldn't hold down the entire progression I had in mind.
Okay.
So I had to still have the EP in there and even put down some pads, you know, to glue it together. Yeah, so this is just the EP.
Let's hear the EPs first. Wow, come on.
Yeah, so this is a new soul.
I like the vibrato effect on
it. Yeah, I have the vibrato going the speed about 8. Yeah.
It's like a tremolo-like thing.
You know. Very simple, straightforward chords.
Yeah.
But it's just...
You made it simple to create room for other instruments.
Because I wanted the guitars to be more dominant.
Oh, right.
So I didn't do a lot of movements on the EPs.
Okay.
Very simple. And the pads, You can barely hear them, but they are there.
Okay, you solo them. Let's see how the parts sound like. Wow, that's like very. And this wasn't the song.
It wasn't the song.
Hey. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, and I know a lot of people will be asking what this is. This is one of my favorite instruments I add to soul, any kind of production that has a lot of soul and expression in it.
Okay.
I run to this guy.
Okay.
It's a jazz hand that I add a shimmer guitar reverb to it, and it makes it big, you know, gives it this kind of sound.
Wow.
The long decay. It's just beautiful.
Wow. It's beautiful. Wow.
Yeah. Any other? I don't know if there are any other instruments that interest you. Oh,
It's
okay.
like a guitar drive, or like, let's say, a one shot. It sounds like a drive on a guitar, the Hanswell.
Yeah, it's actually an emulation of a jazz guitar,
All right.
which also works like a pedal steel. That's
Okay.
That's folk kind of music pedal steel.
There's one question by popular request, but I'll ask you now.
Okay.
We'll leave it for the last side. One question, but one thing I would want to even ask you was that what does it mean to produce?
This question it has so many.
Yeah. What does it mean to produce?
Okay, so this question has so many answers, but to give a clear cut what the responsibilities are, I think the responsibility of a producer is right from the writing of the song until when it is ready to be mixed.
Word.
I think that's the role of the producer. So the writing of the song, the arrangement, choice of instruments. I think the producer is the one that is supposed to call the shots
Right.
on who is supposed to play on the record
Right.
because of the sound he has in mind.
Right.
Yeah, so he'll call the shots for that and determine the instrumentalist, even the instruments that are supposed to be in the song.
Right.
Yeah.
So for more context, even what he said, with me, when people ask me who a producer is, I just say a producer is someone who brings forth. Like what he has said is he's just trying to say the song is an idea living in your head as an artist.
True.
But it takes a producer to take it up a notch to make it a real song.
Yeah.
So like the way God said, let there be light, and light appeared.
Come on now.
And light came forth.
Yeah.
Come
So
on.
God is the
I
first
feel the
producer.
spirit. I feel the spirit.
God
I
is
feel like
the-
laying hands on something.
Yeah.
Take it. I said
That's
something
true.
instead of someone.
That's true.
Anyway,
That's true.
so it
That's
means
true.
to bring forth.
Yeah.
So that means the machine engineer is actually a producer. The vocal coach is a producer. The guitarist is a producer of some sort.
Yes. They
Before
all
we-
add to
They
the
all
process.
add to the process of bringing forth your record that lived in your head as an idea.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you this question. This question is for all producers. They'll thank me for asking this question. Do artists in Ghana allow themselves to be produced?
To be honest, not everybody.
Because there are people who just give shots, tell you do this, do that, do this, do that.
They have the way they want their song to be, and it's not bad. It's not wrong actually, but I just think that you trusted the person you want to produce for you. That's why you gave it to him.
Yes.
And so maybe you should leave some room for advice.
Yes.
Not because he wants to change your concept, but just advise you on what may work better.
Exactly. It's like you want someone to advise you, and instead of you keeping quiet to listen to the advice the person is giving you, you are busy asking the person a lot of questions. So you can give the person room for him to, even if he says, "So I want to give you money," I feel like let me remove some money and give to you.
You know,
That thought in his head, you won't give him space for him to remove the money from you. So you always be bent on me. That's what I want.
Yeah.
But it's a collaborative I think it's a collaborative effort, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Even the split sheets, producer is like 50%, the artist is like 50%.
True.
So it's like we are working together.
We are working together, actually.
Okay. So do you think that your potentials have been limited based on the works you have to do for people in Ghana? Or so far? This question.
Dicey one. Go ahead.
But do you feel like the kind of production or direction people have given to you has kind of truncated what you can do?
Well, it has its place. But I think what I have to do for myself is produce what I want to hear.
Fact.
So I think I did that with my first EP, Shades of Spring to Winter. I don't know. If you haven't heard it,
you guys have to check it out.
You can check it out.
Where can we find it though?
Oh, you can find it Apple Music, Deezer, everywhere.
Like Shades
of Spring to Winter. Yeah. I mean, I just made one song for the 4 seasons.
Wow. All those in America, Ghana, we have 2 seasons. So this one is for the international market. People do Hamatan rainy season, you're not part.
I'm telling you.
This one is for the world.
But really, people don't believe that product is from Ghana.
Wow.
I don't know why, but that was just me having fun trying to do something for the first time. So I wanted to understand production. I wanted to understand mixing and mastering.
Okay.
But I had nobody's project to do that with.
All right.
So I created a project for myself and then I worked on it.
So was it like a beat production project?
No, a full song production. I wrote actual songs.
And did you sing?
I sang on one of them. One of them.
Most producers are disappointed artists. I'm just joking. But some of us, we are actually like artists. If you leave us, we'll make songs.
Yeah, we'll make songs.
If you say we won't work with artists anymore, we'll do something. Something will come out of us.
Definitely.
So it just makes us musicians, like all-round musicians.
Yeah.
So Shades
of Spring
to Winter.
Yeah.
So that was the time that made you bring out the potentials in you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And there's one question there. I want to bring it right now, but I feel like I shouldn't drop it. Should I? That bass. The bass, by popular request.
Yeah, man.
Please, Uncle, which bass did you use on Nothing's Too Hard featuring Niiella?
Okay. So, just like your mind is telling you, it's not the regular bass. It's an upright bass, actually.
What's upright? I hear upright. What's that?
Oh. So, mostly the bass that is used to play, cinematic stuff, an orchestra.
Oh, okay.
The double bass.
So it looks like a cello or something.
It looks like a cello, but it's played this way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I was searching online one night, looking for instruments to add to my sound.
Okay.
Yes, and I found this by Ample Guitar. And I loved it so much.
I just want you to let us enjoy that bass.
Yeah. I think I was doing something beautiful on the second verse. Okay. This is my favorite part, actually.
Like what's coming next?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
What? I heard some piano. I want to hear that.
The EP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
think you should solo that part with the bass. Let's enjoy that part. Let's solo
Yeah,
it. Yo,
right here.
it's crazy. That's insane.
Yeah, and this piano, I love it so much.
Yeah, show us the way.
The part I love so much.
Ah, that's like. Yeah.
So
Yeah, so we want to look into the bass, like what went in.
yeah, so actually an upright bass by
So you could probably solo the bass for us. Ooh, oh, oh, woo. So it seems like the bass has some effects on the sides.
yeah.
It makes it like very rich as compared to like maybe
Yeah.
if we just hear it without any side.
Yeah.
So what did you do to make it like bend nicely like that?
So it's all MIDI work.
Oh, okay.
It's all MIDI work.
So like pitch automation or something.
So it's actually a long
Long
process if I'm going to explain. But
You know, I don't think you should explain. Some producers, we have our secrets. We have our limits where we'll show you what we did. So this is where it comes to an end.
but really, it's all about knowing the plugin and what it can do,
Right.
and then you use it to do what
to
you
your
want.
advantage. Right.
Yes. So I read on it,
Okay.
and then I realized what it can do, and then I was like, okay, I want this. So it's just settings that I've changed.
Okay. I like it so much. I like the fact you said red on it.
Yeah.
Because we AUDIOMATRIX, we teach people production, and one of the things people don't like to do, they'll do everything but to read on the tools they have.
Yeah.
And
I
people
read-
lie nowadays. So when
It's
you
true.
read, you know for yourself.
It's true, because I realized at a point in time I was just getting more plugins, but I was not really effective. So I was like, no, let me actually know what this does and use it for what it can do.
Oh, okay.
So basically, and that was a turnaround for me. So I realized I didn't need a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I just going for what I need, and that's
Okay.
it. So this is beautiful.
So one question: who played the guitar?
Well, I can go on and on and on about this guy. He is currently my favorite guitarist.
Me too. I don't even know him, but it's my
Yes, but he is Ahoma. You can find him on IG, Ahoma. But his name is Emmanuel Tete.
favorite. Oh, okay.
Yes, Emmanuel Tete is a
Emmanuel
very
Tete.
amazing guy. He's a guitarist at Agape.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Reverend Whitcomb's church.
Okay.
And I called him out like, Charlie, so I have this song. I just want a vibe on it. That's all I told him.
That's all. That's all.
I told him I want a vibe. I don't know what you play, but when you listen to it, just vibe the song for me.
That's all it took.
That's all I told him. Like, we've been working so much that he just understands my approach.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I think as producers, we need to know who works best with us.
Great.
Because we have different temperaments. People understand us on a different
level.
level, you know.
Yeah. So he brought the song to life, really. I mean, you know, if you know Emmanuel Tete, you know that he can play a more serious solo than this.
Okay.
But I just told him that there's a place for a solo. He should solo, but quote unquote, he shouldn't take the shine.
Wow. So even this one cry, he's trying so hard.
He's
not
trying
to
to be very,
Hey.
you know.
And then the guy when we leaving for solo there, who won't sleep right now?
I'm telling you.
Hey.
I'm telling you. And he played this once and I didn't even question it. It was
Wow.
just beautiful. Everything it played was just one take.
So did you like chop some parts? Because I know
Yeah.
as a producer, some will work best. with
That's
something.
actually something I love doing. I want musicians to give me all they have, then I do the choosing.
Bro. Every producer is congratulating you right now.
Charlie.
Like this is something we live for. When I'm
Yeah.
working with guitarists, we want you to send everything you can possibly do.
Yeah.
Then we can subtract and know what
Yes.
works here.
So for me in my production, I think what makes it really beautiful for me is subtraction.
Awesome.
And is arguably the most difficult thing to do.
Yes.
Because you are choosing
Making
what will
decisions.
finally stay. And that's because he played beautiful stuff, I'm telling you.
Everything sounds good.
Beautiful stuff, but I cut some of them out.
Context. Pretty much maybe the context.
Yeah. And even something as small as this. Cut it out.
Let's listen to her.
Okay, let's hear. So I think I took it out because I wanted space for the vocals or
The
something.
vocals there.
Yeah.
Maybe to compete. Yeah.
Yes. I think it was competing with something. But it was beautiful. It wasn't a mistake.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on now.
But without it. Yeah.
Work
It
better.
gave space for the piano
and
lick.
the vocals, what
Yeah.
the other person say.
Yeah. So those are the ins and outs of my production.
And I think it's a solid production. And
Thank you
I think
so
this
much.
song is a blessing to the body of
Really.
Christ.
Really.
This is more than a Ghana song.
Yeah.
This is like a song for the world.
It's a song for the world.
Yeah. Song
Yeah.
for people who are 4 seasons.
It's-
Anyway, I just want to say, like, any word for anyone trying to learn production. What do you have to say for anyone
Well-
who wants to learn how to produce like you? What does the person need to? Is it some song that he has to listen to, or an angel, or a pastor should come and lay hands, special impartation?
Well, first of all, I'll be happy if you can produce more than me. That's more fulfilling for me. So anyone who wants to give us a shot, yeah, try to be better than me. Try to be better than all those you know. It's not competition, but you are just giving yourself the energy to push, because production takes a lot from you.
Yes.
It takes a lot from you emotionally, mentally.
Mm.
Yeah, because when you get here, it's like you're stuck.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
So
It's like you're in a fantasy world, right?
yeah, and you have to blend that with your life. Sorry.
Preach.
So it's, it's not easy, but it's worth going for if it is what you want to do. So like he was saying, reference tracks are wonderful. It will give you a head start. So if you want to do production, what sound are you looking at? What genre of music? Then you start listening from that angle, and then it will give you an idea of quote unquote what is good,
Yeah.
so that you can tell that okay, it's done this way and not this way. Then from there you can build on what you know from everybody onto what you want to give to the rest of the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you necessarily have to not play like one instrument? Is it a like? What do you think? Does it help you?
It's definitely a plus because it's music.
Okay.
It's music. So if you can play an instrument, it's a great plus. But if you can't, I'm here to tell you that it doesn't mean you can't produce. You actually can. What the production is about is the idea.
Yeah.
So it's just the bridging of the gap of the instruments and the tools you have to realize the idea.
And do you think like music theory is like the catalyst from bridging the gap between playing an instrument and the tools you have?
Well, this is a dicey one because a certain part of the crop of producers we have don't really believe in music theory because, you know, they have chord packs,
Yeah,
they have
okay.
samples,
Yeah.
and they have all those things out there for them. But for some kind of music like this, you need theory.
Definitely need a lot of theory. A lot.
You need theory.
Serious.
So I think it depends on what you're doing.
Okay.
It depends on what you're doing.
Okay.
But it's good to know. If you know, it's to your advantage.
Yeah.
So get all the knowledge you can get.
At least to catch the keys of the song, which key the song is in.
True.
But even that one, technology has come to bridge that gap. You can probably just load up the song idea the person sent.
Yeah.
Okay, this one I think I'm giving too much information. On this note, I think we'll have to, say bye bye.
Artists know a lot nowadays. We should have been buying extra reverse by now.
Right? You guys should have been paying us for these gems you are dropping. Dropping on you anyway.
But it's alright.
Yeah.
Love you all the same.
Yeah, so we just want to say we love you and we believe in you producers out there, and we just hope for to hear more of you, and don't let where you are born limit what you are capable of doing. I believe the sound in Ghana is defined by producers. So if we don't do a good job in learning how to produce very well, you are going to see that music in Ghana is going to sound a certain way, basically because of the music we listen to and how we are influenced by that. Yeah. Are we trendsetters or we are pace setters? We need to differentiate between that.
True.
Yeah. All right. It's been nice having you, Jonas.
Thanks for having me.
And
anytime.
We'll see you soon on another AUDIOMATRIX episode.
All right.
All right. See you. Bye.
Peace.
Bye.